Welcome to the 1972 Bronco restoration. I got this truck about a year and a half ago, and since then I've just been working on metal work, body work, and I sandblasted the underneath and repainted it underneath. This truck I get from Terre Haute, Indiana, but it had lived in Arizona most of its life. I think it was a off-road like rock crawler. It was pretty rust free, so I've only had to do minor rust repair really, but it had a big spare tire on the back and it swung over and crunched this quarter panel a little bit, so I've had to repair a couple of dents in here and pulled it out with a winch. But it's not my first rodeo with doing stuff like that. I've done a 68 Firebird street strip car a couple of years ago, a 72 Camaro, a 78 280Z that I still have outside, and I got a 65 pickup. That was my great grandpa's. So this is the next project. I've had the front off and just the sheet metal a couple of times. I think these are replacement aftermarket fenders. There's a flange on the inside that I cut off, created a new flange, welded it on so that I could get the fender to lay down nicely with the door, because everything's lined up off the quarter panel. And getting the door and the quarter panel, the door and the fender to line up nicely is key. And getting the hood to line up correctly as well. Same story on this side. Had some dents in the rocker panels. I would pull out with a stud gun or drill a hole and put a bolt in and use a slide hammer to pull it out. It's already got a lift on it, as you can see. It's got a 302 V8 with a little bit bigger cam. I don't know all the specs on the engine, but it's got MSD ignition. The whole Bronco's been rewired, which is really nice. It's got a modern fuse box in it. All the turn signals, everything is rewired in it. When I got it, it even had these seats that you could move back and forth. But I have plans to put a leather interior in here. All the gauges work nicely. It's been converted from a column shift to a floor shift. And the four-wheel drive works well. When I got it, someone had cut holes for 6x9 speakers in the doors, so I had fabricated some steel to replace those holes. It was really tough because of the contours right here on both sides, on both doors and around this area here. But I'm getting closer on that. I also sandblasted it inside and put down this Eastwood rust encapsulator. So it's been stripped pretty much to bare metal in here and underneath, and I just used that Eastwood rust encapsulator to seal it up. The engine is covered right now because I'm just working on body work and straightening panels to straighten the window frame just a little bit. I think it got in a fight with a tree or something. I drilled out the holes for the new flares that are going on the front. It's already been cut for the rears, as you can tell. But I had to weld up a bunch of holes where there was some test holes being drilled, and I cleaned all that up. But the flares are nice and straight when they're on there. Realigned the tailgate. And this was mostly just dented up. There's no rust in it. I welded up some holes. Can't even really tell where they were because it had that big spare tire on the back. So I welded up all the holes in the tailgate and did the body work on that to straighten it out. So I'm not going to go with the spare tire anymore. I like to see the tailgate. So I'm happy that it's got the right wheels on it, and these tires aren't very old either. Just wanted to document the project before I start getting closer to priming this again and then sanding it down, probably another primer. This garage is another project in itself. It was just studs when I moved in with a single light bulb up here somewhere. And that obviously wasn't going to work when I'm working in here in the winter. It's too cold. So I insulated it and drywalled it. Put some trim around the door and the window, and insulated the ceiling, and 8-foot LEDs. I ran a 20 amp circuit out here so I can actually run my welder and my air compressor. TV with a good stereo. The front sheet metal was just a little bit too rough. It had been cut or dented and cut and pulled and re-welded so many times that it had lost a lot of these key features that really weren't going to come back. So I bought some new sheet metal. This didn't quite fit when I got it, so I had to cut the top of this, section it, pull it up, and re-weld it on both sides. But when it's on there, it aligns really nicely. It's tough to get not only the hood to line up nicely, but the front grille to line up nicely all the way around. But we're about 1.5 years in, and I'm excited to keep going. I want to get this on the road this summer. Right now it is February 1st, 2026. I've got bumpers for the front and the back, but I took it for a drive without the windshield, about 45 miles an hour, 50 mile an hour, with my friend Landon up the street. That was really pretty fun, but it runs really good. I'm gonna get back to work.